Hey, what's up, guys? We're still outside camping in this winter cold weather, and this week we're going to talk about new RV acquisition, and we're going to make some biscuits on this episode of the Smalls RV Adventures. Stay tuned, everybody. You know, while I'm making these videos, I hear a lot of people asking about how do you know what RV to buy? Well, I tend to answer a lot of the questions that a lot of people have buying an RV. It's a scary experience, especially if you don't know what you're looking for. So I plan to go through a whole list of steps of what to look for when you're going to buy your first RV. There's several things to look out for, and I made a list just so that I can go through it with you guys. And the first thing is your tow vehicle. What do you have? You know, what are you going to use to tow your rig? You're going to need something that's going to be able to pull the weight of your desired family and the RV. So we're going to get into that. Stay tuned. Okay, one thing to consider is whether you have a SUV or a truck, depending on your family size. We use a Chevy Tahoe with the max trailering package, so it gives us a great amount of wiggle room of which RV we can choose. We can go up to 8,500 pounds with the weight of the RV and the tongue weight of 850 pounds. Some of the pickup trucks, they have a 10,000 pound tow capacity and 1,000 pound tongue weight capacity. So it just depends what you want. If you have a smaller family and maybe it's like 2 kids or 3 kids or 2 kids and a pet, and you have a small SUV already, it may be capable of towing an RV that's maybe 4,000 or 5,000 pounds. So it just depends which tow vehicle you have, unless you're willing to upgrade your tow vehicle to get something that you want. Sorry for the wind, I'm shaking. It's a little windy and cold out here. I got my buddy here keeping me warm over here as we speak. But I really recommend not at first switching your vehicle. You may have enough tow capacity to tow with what you already have. Now let's talk about which RV fits the needs of your family. But I have to put these biscuits in the oven first. So stay tuned, everybody, stay tuned. Okay, the next thing you want to look at is the floor plan of the RVs. I came outside of the cold. I came into my tent just to block the wind. But you want to look at the floor plan. It depends on what you want as a family, as the adult. If you want some sort of privacy, you may want a floor plan that has a closed off room for you guys. If you want privacy for your children, maybe you have older children, you may want to have a floor plan with a bunk room or a room that has a door. Our floor plan that we have with our Heartland Prowler 271BR is we have a closed off bedroom, master bedroom, and we have a closed off bunk room. So you have 3 separate compartments in the RV that have privacy. The third compartment is, of course, the living room, which once the bedroom and the bunk room is closed, the bedroom has privacy. And of course, you have the bathroom with the door. It comes with doors in all the RVs. But based on your family size, you may want to look at that. We have 5 kids and a dog. So what we do is that me and my wife takes the master bedroom. My girls take the bunk room. I have an older son that he likes that top bunk in there, so he most of the time sleeps on that top bunk. My other son likes his space, so he usually has the living room space. Once it's bedtime, we converted the dining table down into a bed, and he has the big TV there. He has a blast. The girls have their TV in their room. There's the floor plan has a TV or wall unit in the bedroom, and my older son, he has something called a games device that comes with a TV that he puts on the top bunk. He has his own power outlet, his own light, his own everything, his own privacy up there, and that's what he likes. So it just depends on the floor plan that you look for to meet the needs of your family. There's so many out there. The floor plans are great. The next thing that we look for is the slides. How many slides do the RV have? And the accessibility. Many times us RVers, we're traveling all throughout the United States, and sometimes we have to stop in rest areas or wherever we're stopping, and most times you can't pop open your slides, or it's not recommended that you pop open your slides in rest areas or truck stops. Some slides, they block your bathroom, or they block a bedroom, or they block the kitchen. So you just have to see which type of floor plan you can have accessibility with. Our slide blocks our bathroom. That's a big issue for many families. For us, we travel with a 5-gallon portable toilet. We're used to traveling like that. We used to van camp a lot. So the portable toilet comes in handy when we're traveling and we're stopping, because we can put the toilet by the front door where there's a lot of privacy. There's a big wall, and then there's our room with the room door closed, so that there's privacy there when we're traveling. But some slides, like I said, like it blocks the kitchen, where you wouldn't have access to your kitchen. So that is a big no-no for us. Now, when you get these slides, they're gonna block something. So the best thing to do is to try to get a slide that you still have access to the things that you need access to. Another big question that came up on new RV acquisition is financing. Some people have issues getting financing for their RV. Most times when you're living full-time in the RV, a lot of companies will not finance you. They don't want to finance you. So the best thing to do in that situation is to try to live with a family member for a given amount of time before you acquire that new RV, the financing for the new RV. So when you're filling out paperwork, you have ID, you have bills, some sort of statement, which some of the banks ask for, stating that you live at whatever residence that you have on your application. It's not a good thing to say that I'm living full-time in my RV. The dealership may understand, but the banks do not understand. So it's better to have a physical address for your loan application when applying for the financing, so that you can get the financing that you need. Now, financing for the RVs is more of the same as like financing for a house or a car. It's actually better with the RV because they finance like homes. So you can start off with like a 10-year finance, 15-year finance, or a 20-year finance. So if your RV goes into the $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 range, and you finance a 20-year finance agreement, your payments are going to be very low and affordable, which is great. And you can also make extra payments to get rid of the loan faster. So that's what we've done with our RV. We took the extended financing plan, and we pay it off quicker than what the finance agreement was, with no penalties. So it's better for us to take the extended plan to stretch out the loan payments, and then we usually pay it off in about 5 years to 10 years. Now, most people in their RVs, we're not going to stay 20 years in the RV because you have new exciting RVs that's coming out. So we like to take the RV back when it's time for us, and we have some sort of collateral because we will own our RV. So if they want to give us $20,000 or $30,000 for our RV, you know, that can go for the down payment on the new RV to bring down the cost. Now, our RV is not worth $30,000. It's probably going to be worth like $15,000, but it still brings down the cost of the new RV that you're looking to get, which is excellent. Insurance is another thing that you're going to have to look to acquire when you are in the RV club, this RV experience that you're having. The best thing to do, again, with the insurance is the same with the financing, is that you want to have that physical address. At the minute, you may not be full-time. When you're acquiring your financing, you should have like a family's address that you're living with, so that you can use that address when you are doing your financing and insurance. It's better to live, like if you're gonna plan to live full-time, it's better to have a physical address before you make that leap into the full-time experience, because financing and insurance would be better. Now with the insurance, you're providing a physical address to where you're gonna have the RV stored when you're not using it. Let's say you decide to become full-time, you can go back to the same insurance and let them know that you're going to change your policy to a full-time insurance, so that you can be covered. Your insurance is going to go up. It's not a lot, but it will go up, and you're covered. I never heard of an insurance company dropping a person that they were insured with, and this insurance really works. It's like almost the same as a car. I got a flat tire in South Carolina coming from Florida, and I called the insurance company, and sure enough, they sent out roadside assistance. They came out, they changed my tire, they placed the tire that was flat on the back where I had my spare. They made sure that I was able to keep mobile and return home. The insurance even checked out to me to see how well the provider did, and it was great. So that's the same thing if you get into an accident with your RV, a tree falls on your RV, or any type of accident, it's the same sort of thing. So insurance is great. We have Geico, but you can look around, ask questions in the RV community to see which RV insurance would be great for you. Storage is something that you're going to have to think about when you're using your RV. Where are you going to park it if you're not full-time? Most places, like if you have a house, the township won't allow you to park your RV on your property. Some townships charge you a fee to park your own RV on your own property. I've seen fees ranging from $100 to $300 a month. In that case, you have to look for a place to store your RV. Now, there's multiple camping memberships that are around that you can move your RV about, but they have rules where you cannot leave your RV unattended. So that means if you're leaving your RV there for weeks and weeks at a time and you're not there, they don't want that. But you may be able to look for different storage locations that are cheaper if your township won't allow you to park your RV at your residence. For most people, that's a deal breaker, because why pay $200 or $300 a month for your RV, and then you have to pay another $100 to $300 a month to store your RV. Sometimes it costs more to store the RV than the actual monthly payment for the RV. So in that case, it doesn't make sense to get that RV. So just check with your township to see about if storage, if you can park your RV on your property, or you have a cheap location where you can park your RV. Sometimes you can take your RV to a neighboring state and park it there for a cheap price. So just check for pricing. But that's all I have for you guys. But let's go check up on those biscuits just to see how good they turned out. And again, I'm staying warm with this Buddy heater. It was too windy outside, and I kept blowing over my tripod. One actually broke, so I have to replace it. So stay tuned. Let's check on those biscuits. Okay, that's it for us. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on new RV acquisition. I'm going to go enjoy these biscuits, put some jelly on them, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. I'm Ricky from the Smalls RV Adventures. See you next time, everybody.